How's it going, everybody? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Quadmft here, and in today's video, I'll be bringing you guys another episode of Father Sunday, of course being a dual commentary with my dad. So Dad, introduce yourself.
Hey, what is up, Warriors? Hey, it's been a couple weeks since I've been with you, and I'm happy to be back, so I have three things I want to talk about, get to right away here.
Alrighty, sounds great.
One is, I have some thoughts on snipers and shotguns in this game.
It's just annoying. Okay, go on.
Number two is crippled at Disneyland. It's an interesting story. And then we had a kidnapping in our family that I think we need to tell everybody about.
We indeed did, but we'll have to stay to the end to be able to hear about that, so make sure to stay to the end.
Okay, so snipers and shotguns. I was noticing that when you play, and oftentimes even when I play, some of the worst deaths that I have are from snipers or shotguns.
Because they're mainly one-hit weapons.
Yeah, they just seemed kind of overpowered. So I thought, you know what? What if there was, because we're always looking for equalizing the playing field, making sure that it's fair.
I mean, a lot of people complain about it, how lag comp this, lag comp that. This guy's using a sniper, this guy's using a DSR or Remington. Some people even say the Remington R870 shotgun is even like the most newbie gun in the game. Now, I don't have to agree with them, but I kind of do, I mean, of course, you're not forced to agree with them, but I think shotguns are mainly the way that I die a lot because... Okay, go on.
Is it kind of like the 1887s and MW2 when you had them dual wield, how unfair they were?
Oh, before they patch it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, nothing was as crazy as that because, I mean, those things were just completely outrageous, but...
You were playing with a shotgun the other day that I'm like, how does it have so much range? But I think it was on MW3.
It was on MW3. It was the USAS 12. That thing is an absolute monster, especially when using the proficiencies, damage, or range, or especially when you get on your like 7 or 8 kill streak specialist bonus. Oh my gosh, you're just a complete monster.
Okay, so you kind of like it when you're holding it in your hands, but when other people are using that gun, it doesn't seem fair. So I was thinking maybe shotguns and snipers should have their own class because shotguns and snipers, there is an art to it.
There is. I mean, you see different clans like FaZe. I have more respect for the feeding people in FaZe and like Dare and Soar, but I still think trick shotting is pretty cool. But
a lot of work.
That is very true. It's a lot of repeat, hurry up and wait and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. It still takes talent to be able to do stuff and hit crazy shots like that. And I still think it's really, really entertaining. No disrespect to any sort of clans or anyone like that, but
so if snipers and shotguns were just maybe. You could have a game mode or a class or a whatever where you didn't run into snipers and shotguns.
A separate game mode, like a full-on sniper game mode? I mean, I would love that, honestly. I'd probably even play it.
Yeah, and what about a game mode where there were no snipers or shotguns?
I'd play that in a heartbeat as long as a lot of people played it because, back in Black Ops 1, I think we had a game mode where there was no ghost. Now, I'm not quite sure if I can remember the name of it, but I'll tell you if I do. But not many people played it, so you just only get the tryhard. So it was either like play with people with ghost or play a bunch of tryhards. Either way, it's kind of a lose-lose situation.
So they're always kind of trying to even things out, make it more level so you can kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, when you just hop into a regular 6v6 team deathmatch and you're like, you don't know what's going to happen. There could be a full enemy team only using the SMAW, and you just be done. Like, I mean, of course, it's just not a good situation when the whole enemy team is constantly using light machine guns with target finders and launchers. It can get really annoying, and that's why some people don't really enjoy certain Call of Duties. Like, I mean, of course, I'm not really going to enjoy it when the whole enemy team is using a light machine gun with a target finder and, like, some sort of crazy launcher as their secondary. I mean, it's just not really skillful. I mean, of course it does take a little bit amount of skill to be able to kill someone with a launcher, but it's kind of really cheap in my opinion.
Yeah, almost like the noob tube in a way. So what I've noticed is that people are going back and playing a little bit more MW3 than they used to do. When MW3 was the main game, the newest game, people didn't go back and play Black Ops very much. Not
very often. I mean, I even find a few people going back and playing Black Ops 1.
Yeah, a little bit of MW2, I guess, online. But, so maybe that just says something about whether Infinity Ward or Treyarch is better. I mean, they both have their strengths.
They do.
Okay, so I was reading this article about a guy who is handicapped, okay?
Okay.
And he decided he was going to rent himself out to people who wanted to go to Disney World.
For the so to be able to get in lines really fast.
Yeah,
right?
It's kind of like
skip ahead.
Yeah, a line jumper, basically.
Okay.
And Disneyland apparently will sell you this. I call it the rich guy pass for like $300, where you can get to the front of the lines without waiting.
Yeah.
And he would do it by selling his services. So he would hang out in a wheelchair with people at Disney World, and they could get to the front of the lines if they paid him like $175 a day.
I would do it. I mean, honestly, because the one thing, if you think about one thing at like Magic Mountain and stuff like that, or Disneyland or Disney World, what is the one thing that you don't like about going there?
Yeah, stepping in gum.
I guess that counts.
Okay, and the
I mean,
lines.
yeah,
and
the
lines.
lines. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the
Like,
high prices for the food, but you know, I could go on. But yeah, definitely, if you could avoid the lines, wouldn't you go more often?
definitely. I mean, it's not that expensive to go to Disneyland for a day to buy a ticket for 2 or 3 people. Really, is it?
Nah, I think it's like $60 or $70 a piece.
Yeah,
so-
not too expensive. I mean, if you're gonna have a lot of fun, I mean,
Yeah, and you could get in front of the lines. That's the key. So, you know, when I was young, I lived near Disneyland,
Okay.
and my friends would often go and rent a wheelchair.
because
Because-
rent a wheelchair from Disneyland.
From Disneyland. You could rent them there. And then they would just get in front of the lines. And then what they would do is when they got to the front of the line, and then you have to prove that you can walk a certain distance in case the ride breaks down or something.
Yeah.
My buddy would just hobble over very slowly, like holding his back like an old man and limping. So
Oh,
they're like,
my.
"Oh, gee, poor guy," and they would just get right to the front of the lines because Disney doesn't make you like show your handicap tattoo. Or
I mean,
whatever.
exactly. Like, what if Disneyland did deny you that you were crippled and you actually were crippled?
Oh yeah, that the bad press is not worth it. So they don't care. They'll give you your handicap pass. You don't even need to rent a wheelchair. But I guess the people doing this at Disney World didn't know that because they were paying this guy $175 a day just to ride around with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think people could do the same thing at Christmas, like at the mall. You know, get great parking.
Great parking, yeah. Because I mean, like those Black Friday sales, we know people go crazy for those, especially at Walmart. Like, I could
yeah.
see someone easily doing that with the parking and the having to be able to get the special parking just because you're delayed or whatever.
All right. Well, I think you should. It's time that you share the scary thing that happened to you this week.
I did get kidnapped, in fact. I mean,
It's frightening.
it was scary. I was scared.
What is it? You were over at a friend's house, and did people storm in and turn off the lights? And
Yeah, okay, so what
tie
it was
you up?
like was I was over at my friend's house with another friend, so 3 of us, we were downstairs playing pool, and then we thought we would go up and play a little bit of zombies because they like zombies. They're really athletes, but they still like video games here and there, so...
You
what
can
we-
be an athlete in like video games.
Very true.
Green
yeah, I
Goblin
mean-
HD.
Exactly. But okay, so what they were doing was we were playing zombies upstairs in his room, one of my friend's rooms, because we were at his house, and we were just playing. As soon as we start the game, click start on zombies because we were going to split screen, just really hang out and have a lot of fun. And as soon as that happens, I don't know if that was a coincidence whether that happened or not, but as soon as that we hear boom, and then the door just opens, and I turn around for a second. We all turn around, and we're all just we got blindfolded like instantly. It was all 3 of us. We all got blindfolded. Then we got walked down the stairs. We were handed our shoes, and then we get in this
Did
huge
you
white
resist
van.
or?
No, I just kind of went along with it because I felt like it wasn't really real. Like I knew it wasn't real. I mean, obviously I didn't actually get kidnapped, and if you do, I mean,
Yeah. Did they zip tie you? You know,
no, they put like they were like holding our arms behind our back, and they
Uh-huh.
had like this blind thing. Like they put
like
they,
so you couldn't see, like
Yeah,
you were playing
exactly.
pin the tail on a donkey.
they blindfolded us, and it was scary, but it actually ended up being my youth group or one of my 2 youth groups. I like to go to youth group. It's just it's a cool place to hang out with friends, but
So they put you in like a pedophile van? Was
yeah,
that-
it
I bet
was
that
like
scary.
it was the legit pedophile white van.
Hey, have you seen my puppy? Come over here. I have candy for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't fall for those kids.
That's the van it was. I'm not even joking.
That's scary. So they duct taped you, hog tied you, and threw you in the back of the van with like 70 other people.
Yeah, but they didn't beat me or anything. So
Oh,
it was
okay.
all good. It was all good.
Well, they can't beat you. You never lose.
I never lose?
Yeah, they can't beat you.
Oh, okay.
It was a stretch. It was a stretch. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I meant physically beating. But
Oh.
I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to give me a big thumbs up rating down below. If we could try and hit 160 like ratings on this video, that'd be really cool. Make sure to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Go ahead and like my Facebook page. All links in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's been Quadmft, and I'll see you next time.
See if I don't get kidnapped.